This is 6 Minutes, the Seriously International Daily Newscast. It's Friday, June 27th. I'm Emma Albright. It's a cold morning in Nuuk, Greenland, and a scorching afternoon in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Here in the Worldcrunch newsroom in a mostly cloudy Paris, it's just after midday. These are the latest headlines. Ukraine says it's halted Russia's advance in the northern Sumy region. Security forces disperse Togo protesters demanding the president's resignation. And our daily quiz question encounters a critical error. In our top story today, Iran carries out a wave of arrests and executions in the wake of Tehran's conflict with Israel. This comes after what officials describe as an unprecedented infiltration by Israeli agents of Iranian security services. Meanwhile, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said he was unaware of any intelligence suggesting Iran had moved highly enriched uranium to shield it from U.S. strikes. This comes amid continuing questions about how effective American and Israeli strikes were in dismantling Iran's nuclear program. Turning to Ukraine, Kyiv said it has halted Russia's advance in the northern Sumy region. Alexander Syrskyi, commander-in-chief of Ukraine's armed forces, said that Ukrainian successes in Sumy have prevented Russia from deploying about 50,000 troops to other areas of the front line. Security forces dispersed Togo protesters demanding the president's resignation. Tear gas was used to disperse hundreds of protesters who blocked roads in Togo's capital to demand the resignation of longtime leader Faure Gnassingbé. Style icon Anna Wintour is stepping back as editor-in-chief of American Vogue after 37 years. The style icon is seeking a new head of editorial content as part of a different organizational structure adopted 4 years ago. Wintour, who is 75, will remain on Vogue's global editorial director as well as Condé Nast's global chief content officer. There has been rising concerns among workers that technology, and in particular artificial intelligence, will make their jobs obsolete. Our More Than a Minute feature today examines how the introduction of AI is prompting some companies to justify job cuts, sparking warnings from unions and labor law experts about the need for more protection for workers. And Sophie, can you tell us more about the link between AI and job cuts?
Inclusive, a French company specializing in media monitoring, made headlines in France back in 2023 when it announced its intention to lay off more than 200 employees, saying the cuts were a response to the emergence of artificial intelligence. The company justified the decision by the necessity to, quote, become more agile and more competitive, and to offer customers faster and more reliable service. This was France's first high-profile case of a brutal redundancy plan directly linked to AI, Adrien Bess reports in French daily Le Figaro. The anecdote in France is part of a global phenomenon. In March 2024, for example, IBM announced the replacement of 200 jobs by the increased use of automation and offshoring. This has raised fears that redundancies justified by AI could become commonplace, especially since tech giants rarely hesitate when it comes to cutting their workforces.
Aren't workers protected in some way?
In France, the labor code provides a first layer of protection. It requires employers to justify any job cuts with a proven cause. In the case of AI, companies would instead turn to grounds for dismissal that do not require them to justify economic difficulties. The first criterion, technological mutations, seems obvious. The second, more traditional reason is safeguarding competitiveness, which is what Inclusive used in its redundancy plan. Mathieu Valence, a labor law attorney, says that this can avoid increasing the recourse to layoffs that are justified too systematically and abusively by the introduction of AI. For several years, French unions have been calling on employers to engage with them on the subject of AI. Éric Pérez of Union FO Cadre tells Le Figaro that he's aware that some companies need to transform. The whole point, he says, is to anticipate and support the transition. Technological progress can absolutely go hand in hand with social progress. It's up to us to ensure that it happens under the best possible conditions.
We're closing things out today with our daily quiz question. Microsoft announced it would change its error screen, the infamous blue screen of death. What will replace it? Is it A, relaxing nature videos, B, a black screen of death, C, a troubleshooting chatbot, or D, an ad for Apple? The correct answer is B. After nearly 40 years, Microsoft has announced it would be replacing its trademark blue screen of death, displayed upon encountering critical failures, with a simplified black screen of death in its upcoming Windows 11 operating system update. The US tech giant aims to provide clearer error messages and easier troubleshooting. That's the latest from around the world. For more of the best of the international press, delivered exclusively in English, visit us at worldcrunch.com. We'll see you here on Monday. Bon weekend.